going to be celebrating New Year tomorrow with this great traditional for West Armenians, I hadn't realized, not for people who lived in the Soviet period or even today. Datavik can tell us about that later on. They have other kinds of special treats on New Year's Eve. But for West Armenians, Gaghanti Kisher, everybody has got to have an Anushabur of some sort. And of course, Anushabur, for those of you who speak Armenian, just means sweet soup. And there are sweet soups in a lot of cultures around the world. The Scandinavians certainly have a bunch of them. And actually, I wouldn't be surprised if every culture's got something. But ours is special. And then tonight, while we're cooking, we'll talk about the different variations. Just for example, Silva's using barley, which was her recipe, and my family's always used wheat berries. So that's just one really basic difference. But I would like to introduce our chef of the evening, Silva Keondjian, whom I've known for a very long time, had the delightful experience of interviewing her during my fieldwork, which was about 100 years ago. And she was great then, and she's terrific today. I've also had the pleasure of eating at her house, so I can guarantee that our food is going to be good tonight. Silva, you've got lots of experience with making all kinds of Armenian food, and we really appreciate your sharing this traditional recipe with us. One that you have some special, I think, additions that you're going to be suggesting tonight, one that I've never heard of. So some surprises, some of the usual stuff. Well, I'll turn over to the chief elf and the assistant elf.
Okay.
Silva.
All right, thank you very much and welcome everybody. I don't know how many of you have prepared this, but I soaked this and then I cooked it last night. That's quite thick. It needs to be much more liquidy. So the next 20 minutes, I'll be adding more water and making it more soupy, because once we put the fruits in, it will just take all the water away. So we need to make it really soupy. I don't know if you can see it.
Could you show it a bit more, Silva, somehow?
Where? It's
hot.
Don't touch
it's hot.
It's quite thick.
It's
quite
barley.
thick. It's just
Okay.
the barley, but I need to thin it out. So
This is before you soak it.
Yeah.
So it's normal barley, but
Yeah.
as you can see, it's expanded quite a bit.
Yeah, this was overnight. I cooked it yesterday and it's been sitting like this, and now I have to cook it for another 20 minutes or then adding more water. So you need to get the consistency much more liquidy than this. So we'll start that. And I've got some cinnamon sticks in it, which I'll be taking out of it. And Johnny, you can do the mixing up, okay? So we put some more water into it. Add lots more water into it, and then fish out the.
Silva,
Yes.
could you recommend that people start cooking, if they haven't already cooked, that they start cooking now?
Well, they'll need, yes, but they'll need to rest it and put the stuff in tomorrow.
Okay, but now to do with.
If they haven't soaked it, they can cook it now and then put all the fruits in tomorrow.
But if you have already soaked it, then start cooking now. Basically.
That's what I was asking.
Yeah. So if you had starting from the beginning, just cook it. It will need to cook for about at least an hour and a half, stirring constantly. And then you can leave it overnight and add the fruit in like we're doing tomorrow morning instead of now. Is that okay?
So any of you who soaked it yesterday, please put it on the stove like Anushka's doing now and start stirring. Right?
Add more water and start stirring. And I'm going to do the chopping of the apricots because they need to be in small pieces. So I'm going to cut them into tiny, well, not tiny, but sort of, how many centimeters do you think these are?
2, 3.
Just little pieces like that.
Chop each apricot into like
10 pieces. 10 pieces. It depends how big your apricots are.
I mean, I think it depends on how you'd like it, right?
Yes,
So-
you can make them bigger or smaller, but it's nice to make it smaller if you can. Sort of raisin size, actually. If you can make them the size of the raisins, that'd be fine.
Silva, there's a question for you in the chat. Karen is asking how much barley to make a pot like that.
Well, everything I'm using a cup. It depends what cup you use. I use these mugs. So I've measured everything in these mugs. So if you have smaller ones, whatever you do, you keep on you do the same with the barley, the same with the sugar, the same with the fruits. Whatever cup you go for. Okay. But this is normally a good size. It makes quite a couple of dishes of Anushabur.
HSBC, does it have to be HSBC branded?
No, sorry, I picked that one up. That was the first one that came along.
Little advertisement there.
This wasn't corporate placement, I have to say, everyone.
Sorry about that.
If only AI was actually sponsored by HSBC, isn't it?
Yes.
Of all the mugs I have, that was the first one that came to hand. But yes, and what I've done is I've measured everything up, and each one is a cupful. So these will go in maybe after the half an hour more. We have cooked the stuff for half an hour, then I'll start putting those in. And we can all chop the ingredients to a decent size while it's cooking.
This is enough.
It's actually
Yeah. I think it's okay.
How are you, Yervan?
I'm very well, Silva. Lovely to see you after all this time.
Yeah, good to see you too.
I love Anushabur. I haven't had it for years, so when I saw it, I thought, oh, we've got to do it. I love it.
Well, my parents did it every New Year, and I vowed that when they were no more here, I was going to take over doing it. But they used to do it every New Year's Eve.
Yeah. Well, my mum attempted it, but was never very successful at it. It was always like wallpaper paste. And so thick, you know. But I prefer it more liquidy.
Well, you can't get too liquidy because it does sort of dry up by the next day.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I've got all my ingredients ready anyway from yesterday.
Okay. Are you cooking yourself?
I've got that.
Oh yes.
Yeah. And it's all cooked. Did the 25-minute cooking, and it's on the stove at the moment, just heating up.
Right.
All ready for
Make
the
sure
fruit
you keep
and the nuts.
stirring it. And add more water as necessary.
I've added a bit more water. I'm stirring it, but should be good.
Could I interrupt? I guess everybody knows that there's a chat line down at the bottom. If you have any questions, if you are muted and can't say your question, just write it into the chat line, and we will make sure it gets answered. And Silva, one question came already asking if that was 1 cup of barley. I said yes, it was 1 cup.
Yes. But again, the cup is your choice. You know how much you want to make.
Yeah, but if you've never made it before, you need to start somewhere.
1 cup of barley, but the cup sizes, I mean, I guess I should have measured it and said it's this much, but people can make it as much as they like. You can make 2 cups, but then you'll have to add everything, double it up.
I think the thing is, it's not like a cake or something where you need measurements. You can really do it to taste. And
yes, but definitely the sugar to taste. No, most recipes do the double of the amount I normally do.
Yeah, me too. But the amount of water to barley or wheat you do need, when you first start out, I think you do need to have some idea.
Well, it's 7 cups to start off with. You just do it 7 cups, but by the end of it, you've added another 4 or 5.
Okay, so for example, Lola's asking, she says she's cooked a cup of grains and 7 cups of water. There's still a lot of water there. Is that okay? Maybe we should
Lola, the one who's is my Lola, is it? If she's doing it with oats, I'm not sure how that works, but I think it should be all right. It should be all right.
Lola, if you perhaps Dato, can you spotlight Lola that she can show us how much water there is? There she is. Hi. Are you able to show your pot?
Sure. Let's see.
Where is Lola?
And now take a spoon to that to show us.
We can't see her.
No, we can see it. It's there, but we need a spoon to get an idea of how what it is. Oh, that's very liquid.
Oh, we can't see her for some reason.
Yeah, you can't?
No, we can't. Let me put it on gallery.
Lola, I would cook that a bit more.
There we go.
Did you get
Keep on cooking it. Hi, Els.
Hi.
Keep on cooking it. It should absorb it, but I think don't put any more water in it. And once you put the fruits in there, the fruits will absorb the water.
Thank you.
It's I've not done it with oats, so that's going to be different.
Oh, I forgot you're doing it with oats. This is
Yes.
an amazing experiment.
So that's more like a porridge at the moment, I presume.
Perhaps, yes.
It smells like cinnamon in here.
Yeah. Lola probably
Do
tried.
we continue to add more water in, or do we
have to look at it?
And
Is there a specific consistency it has to be until we add
It
more
has
water?
to be quite soupy, but not liquidy soupy.
So
It's yeah. I
that looks okay to me for now.
It's yeah, I think you can show it to them. It's,
Yeah.
the consistency.
oh, wow. We have a great question from Navart Katrani's children. Has anybody ever tried putting chocolate chips in the Anushabur?
Ooh.
They can try a
I'm
little
sure
bit.
somebody will after this.
You know what? I think it would taste really good. Just
Yeah.
saying. I know it's a little bit of a tweak, but loads of the Armenian grandmas are going to be quaking. I'm going to be like, chocolate? No, I'm sure it's good.
Navart, I think the answer is no, but they should try.
In a small portion of it, they could try.
Yeah.
Yeah, in a small portion. I can't imagine anybody would not like it. Elizabeth Slater is saying, not knowing how much to do, she did 2.5 cups, so they will be eating theirs for a long. Pass it around to the neighbors; they'll love it.
Yeah. Grandma makes loads normally every year, and she gives it as gifts. But
I give them as
Yeah.
gifts whenever I just go around my friends and drop a dish, so that's fine. Yeah. Okay, that's my apricots all done. If you can see it, quite
Move
small.
a little bit this way, then you should be able to see it.
Yeah, it's randomly chopped. It's just randomly chopped, so I'll put it back in
Silva,
here.
question for you. And since I use wheat, I don't know the answer to this. What kind of barley? Is it pelted or whole barley?
It's pearl barley. It's called pearl barley. It's just
Which is
these,
whole.
Johnny, can you check if you can see it?
Whole barley, I think.
can you see that?
Johnny,
So
No.
there, where,
it's the cameras here.
there. Which one?
There, well done. Yes, but don't move your hand. Okay,
Yeah.
that looks whole.
Yeah, they're whole barleys.
Yeah.
It's called pearl. If you go to Tesco or Waitrose, it's
No,
pearl
I meant
barley.
the other way.
It's called pearl barley.
Okay.
So it's not whole barley, right? It's not whole barley.
Well, I'm not sure what the difference is. I don't know what whole barley is. This is quite whole as
It's-
far.
It's
I
called pearl barley. Pearl.
It's
Oh.
called pearl barley.
Oh, okay. Because I live in the States and they have pelted barley. I don't know what that is. Pelted.
Susan, I mean, you were saying in the States they use the wheat, don't you? Anyway, so
We do. Well, I mean, my family did, but that's not to say other people might be using barley that I just didn't know about. But if it's not called pearl barley or whole, but it looks whole to me.
Okay.
yes, they're whole. The ones I have are whole.
Yeah.
Okay.
They haven't been sliced or processed in any way.
No, they're just grains of barley.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
And I'm chopping the walnuts into smaller pieces as well.
You might be able to use spelt as well.
Spelt would be good for
Yeah.
well, barley or spelt are good for people with gluten problems.
Mm.
Lola's asking if you could show the consistency of your pot, Silva. Anushka, are you able to do that?
Let me
Yes.
show you. I'll bring the camera up.
Oh, Rupen opened it. Ooh, there's a lot of people.
Oh, It's quite liquid, but there's no sort of liquid on top or sitting around like Lola when in your pot. I think it's less.
Basically, the barley and the liquid just mix together. They sort of almost blend into each other. But trust me, by tomorrow morning, if you leave it, it's going to be quite a solid piece of Anushabur. It soaks, the fruit soak all the liquid up.
There's a slight gelatinous
Yes,
to it, right?
there's a gooiness to it. Walnuts are in randomly cut again. I'm going to do some almonds as well. The nuts go in last of all. You cook the fruits a little bit more, and then when everything is cooked, you put the nuts. They don't really need cooking.
Silva, do you put your nuts in the Anushabur as well as the decoration on top?
Yes, definitely in the Anushabur. The decoration is separate.
And you said you're putting walnuts in it. Are you also putting pistachios or?
I'm only putting almonds and walnuts, but you could put pistachios.
Okay.
I'm cutting the almonds down as well, chopping them down.
Do you or does anybody have a tradition of when on Gaghanti Kisher, New Year's Eve, the Anushabur is eaten?
Well, it can be eaten after, at midnight. As of midnight, it can be eaten.
Or any time, really.
Or any time. On Christmas Eve, any time, yes.
Yeah.
Or the New Year's morning as well, New Year's Day.
You could have it for breakfast.
Does it need more?
I think it will need just a
Little bit?
Yes,
So we're adding a little bit more water to this now. So you can see it's kind of getting a bit thick. I'm just going to add a little bit and stir it.
Just a little bit more.
Madame Hasmik has said that in her family, it's the last item that they have on New Year, I guess on New Year's Eve. Is that right? Yeah.
Basically, when the clock chimes 12, you can have it. If you can wait that long, you can do that. But obviously, you'll be eating it cold. Although it's called the soup, you don't have it warm.
It's a cold soup like gazpacho or something.
Yes. Right. Okay, let's put this in there. Those are my almonds as well. And if you have pistachios, I'm sure they will be lovely. But I've never used pistachios. These are the two I normally use. Okay, you can remove the cinnamon sticks now. Yeah.
Okay, so we're removing cinnamon.
There are 3 pieces.
There's like quite big chunks of cinnamon we've put.
I noticed that Elizabeth Schlater has put an interesting note in the chat line. Reminds me of my brother-in-law. Her mother-in-law had the fruits were washed separately and cooked with a little sugar separately, so the wheat wouldn't be darkened. So you would have it, I guess, a prettier or something more distinct from the wheat. And she did not put nuts in the anush, but on top for decoration. So, like Silva said at the beginning, really, there's a basic recipe for Anushabur, and people make all different kinds of variations on it.
Yeah.
So, and if you have other variations, do put them in the chat line.
Let me check my notes, so I haven't forgotten anything.
Oh, I found it.
Where was it?
My brother-in-law actually puts it through the wheat through a what do you call that? A Moulinex thing. so that it comes out with no texture at all. It's very, very smooth.
Right, we've done 15. Keep stirring. Okay. We've done about half an hour of cooking. If you think you're ready, you can put the sugar in first. Is everybody more or less in the same place? Do you think your consistency is up to it to put the sugar in? Pass me.
Anybody have any questions or want to show your Anushabur?
Smells so good.
Well, I'm putting the sugar in now, and Anushka will mix it all up.
Gaghanti Kisher also says that they put their fruits and nuts on top rather than in the Anushabur.
I reserve some for the top, but I definitely have it in. That's what makes it all really nice and juicy. Otherwise, it's a bit too much like porridge.
Okay. Gaghanti, do you want to show us something there?
No, I got spotlighted. It's like I have nothing else to say other than that fact. Fun fact.
You can just give a little wave to everybody.
I will say really quick. I also tutor at Tumo in Yerevan. And the kids there were saying, I mean, I do it over Zoom, obviously, but the kids there were saying that they were going to do Anushabur for the new year. So I don't think it's just a Western Armenian dish.
We'll go over to Datavig for more of an answer to that. But actually, Tumo was started by West Armenians. By well, if you work there, you know that Mary Jo, Mary Lou, of course, Papazian is from Beirut originally. So she would have brought some of her traditions there. Datavik? I know you're spotlighting other people, but maybe
yes, I don't even know if I can spotlight myself, but being from Armenia, no, Anushabur is not commonly made at all in Armenia, and it's probably people heard about it during last year's from Syria Highs coming to Yerevan, but it's not a common Christmas or Gaghant food at all.
Okay, I'm adding some cloves into a teaspoonful of cloves after the sugar into the mixture. Cloves or cinnamon?
It is clove, yeah. It smells
Cloves, and I'm going to put some cinnamon, a teaspoonful of cinnamon as well.
as well as the sticks that we put in.
Yeah.
So we put in.
You know what, I was just meaning to ask Karen Babayan, who is Iranian, who has Iranian Armenian roots, and she just says the same, that Iran, we didn't do it at New Year, but we did something similar for baby's first food, atam nahatik. But I remember it having chickpeas and beans with sugar, fruit and sugar. Yes, we do a mix like that for atam nahatik as well, with chickpeas, but it's not a soup. It's just more like dry mix.
Okay, don't let it boil.
Yeah.
It's just once the spices are mixed in, we'll put the fruits in.
Okay. So do we switch it on a low heat now?
Yes, keep it on a low heat so it doesn't. Yeah, just let it simmer on a low heat for it to absorb the sugar and mix it well.
Yeah.
I've blanched some almonds for decoration and I'm splitting them into half. These will not go into the mixture, but on top.
Silva, do you put any pomegranates for decoration on the top?
Yes, I have. They're all here.
Yeah.
They're all there. I'll do cranberries on one and pomegranates on another, and yeah, we'll do slightly different ones. I sometimes put dates as well on for decoration, which I will do actually.
Yeah.
So I have 3-4 dishes and each one will be decorated differently. That absorbed it now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I think we can put the fruits in. I've got cranberries as well.
Yeah.
Okay. Mix that in. Mix that one in and I'll give you the next one. See, it's nice having an elf doing all the mixing.
Okay, that's all mixed.
Okay. Raisins.
The fruits in.
Yeah, I'm putting the fruits in now, one by one. Just mix them in and then put the next lot in.
All mandarin. What do you want?
Looking really nice.
Yeah, it smells lovely.
It smells so good in here.
Yeah,
Like,
Yeah, the smell is really something great.
yeah.
I brought out some dates for the decoration as well, so I'm going to chop those up a little bit.
everything's absorbing really nicely.
Right. Put in the
Apricot.
apricots. Okay. Mix them up so they separate. Is it all coming on okay for everyone?
If anyone wants to show what they're doing, please raise a hand or drop a line in the chat line. I'll spotlight you.
We'll cook these. We just put them in our
I'm just getting hungry watching you all do this. I'll have to do mine tomorrow because I was a bit late soaking the wheat.
Give me the smell means that it tastes
Yes,
good.
you must put clover and
Clove.
clover and cinnamon.
Clove and cinnamon.
Cinnamon. You must put a teaspoon. It gives you the most amazing smell.
Yeah, don't put clove with the butter.
No, just the ground cinnamon and ground cloves.
This is mine so far, Silva. I don't know if you can see it. Here it is.
Would anybody like to show us what they're doing? Put your hand up.
It almost be done. How does it look?
Looks really good.
Let me see the consistency. Yeah, that's about the liquidiness is just right. Yeah.
So
use the spoon so you can see the consistency.
So I'll show you the consistency. I think we're turning off the heat now, right?
You can do just.
So this is the consistency. And I'm going to turn off the heat. So off.
Not on mute. We can't have that.
It looks amazing. We're not even finished yet.
Well, that will solidify by tomorrow. It won't be liquidy tomorrow.
Looks beautiful. Silva, so what are the regional variations? What are regional differences of Anushabur? Would Cypriot Anushabur be different from Lebanese Anushabur, for example?
I don't know Tatev's, I'm afraid, because this is the only one I know. I don't think there is much of a variation except what the barley you use, because I think everybody uses what is available to them. The grain might be different.
Beyond the grain difference, and I'm sure some other people will have some thoughts on this, but I mentioned my brother-in-law who puts it all through a moulinex, so there's no texture whatsoever except for the fruits, and the nuts are on top, as some other people have said. So that's, for us, it's a very big difference, because one of the things I love about my family's Anushabur is the texture of the it's not crunchy, the wheat, but it is still chewy.
And soft, yeah.
And soft, yeah. So that's quite a big difference. But if you've grown up with it being very smooth, then of course that would be your preference. And that tastes good too. But
well, I've had people saying they don't like the bits in it, so perhaps for those people it's better to have it all pulverized.
Yeah, well,
somebody had mentioned it to me once when I gave it to them. They said they don't like the bits inside it. So
you gave it to them and they said they didn't like it. Okay.
Well, yes, they found it too bitty. Like some people find pomegranates too seedy. You know, it just for those people it would definitely work if you put it through a blender. And then maybe you can just put the fruits on top.
But personally, I think it tastes better with the fruits. And like you've got
Levon has a saying that he doesn't like things that are crunchy and smooth at the same time. Something like that. Was that it?
Can I? My mother-in-law just used to cook it long time so that it got soft, and the bits seemed to disappear. They just weren't there.
Yeah. And Liz, do you remember? Well, we had a family ritual. The wheat was sent to us from Canada.
Yeah.
By family members. So in very big packs. So we divided it amongst all the households. My mother-in-law used to start it about 2 days before New Year's Eve and soak the wheat. And then she used to put it in a very big bowl and keep it warm under a sofa cushion.
Duvet.
Sorry?
Duvet, under a duvet. Well, we used to...
Under a yes. Or in our house, it was under a sofa cushion. So in the morning, if you came down and sat down, you would have had a big surprise because there was something under the cushion. And it was a real ritual, wasn't it? And,
And we would have just the wheat on its own, which had swollen up overnight in the warm place, and we'd have that for breakfast, just with a before the Anush proper. Yeah,
that's right. And I know Alan always has cream with his, doesn't he? Yeah, it's nice with cream. It's nice when it's warmed up and with cream and a little bit more liquidy. Yeah. You're making yours tomorrow, Liz?
Well, it's in its duvet at the moment, so hopefully tomorrow morning I will then be boiling it to soften it and hopefully boil the water off, because I heard how everybody was talking about having too much fluid, and I looked at Arto's recipe again to think, oh, how much fluid should I be using? And I know in the past I've not done enough fluid. Said I think it was about 2 pints to, not quite 2 pints to 1.8 litres, I think, to half a cup of wheat. So there am I putting my 3 litres in to 4 litres. I've got 4.5 litres of fluid, and I'm thinking, oh my goodness. But anyway, it'll work. I'll just boil the water off.
Did Mom use Arto der Harutyunyan's recipe?
Could I interrupt?
She used her mother's. I mean, it was in here from years.
Really?
Okay. Yeah. Sisters-in-law, could I interrupt, please?
Sorry.
It's all very interesting. I want to turn back to Silva, because I think they're onto another stage here that they can share with us.
We've got all the fruits in there now.
Could we see?
Right. It's really looking good now. It's gone quite brown. And we stopped cooking it now.
It's not visible yet.
Oh, I might need to spotlight.
There we go.
Yeah. Okay. This is ready to be put into dishes once I put the nuts in, which is here. Okay. Going to mix it. This doesn't need cooking. The nuts will not need cooking. We just place them inside. And the almonds. That's it. Just mix it up. And then we should be able to spoon it into any fancy dishes you want to do them. You can do them in little dishes if you're going to give them away, or if it's for a family, you can put it in a larger dish. But I'll show you in a minute. As we get these. And,
Silva?
yes.
You put in the rose water?
I didn't put rose water. I think some people can put it in. Yes, you can put it in. Yeah, if you like it, by all means, put it in. I think I said it on the recipes, but I haven't put any in.
No, you did, yeah. I'll put a bit in.
Yes, by all means.
I'm sure that'll taste really
yes.
good.
If you like rose water, that would be great. Right. Show them how we do this. Oh, right. Mushy. Yep. And move this big table out. These are the plates I'm going to use. You can use little ones like this if you're going to give away to a single person, or you can use little jugs like that, plates. Down. Right. And what we'll do is we'll take a ladle. If everybody's ready, I will start dishing it out. How is everybody doing? Good? Okay. You might have to bring it here.
Yeah.
Put it here. On the top there. And take the ladle and just do a couple of spoons in each one. Can they see you? Is that?
Yeah, they can see.
Could still be even more watery, but it will be fun.
Saying you think it's too watery?
No, it can be more watery still, because it will all dry up tomorrow. Right. You can put more than that in there, but this one can take a
smaller one.
Yeah, just this is just a little one for a taster for anybody, but we'll still decorate it. Put about 3-4 spoonfuls in each and see how many plates we use. Okay, let's see. That one. It's a really, really nice fruity dessert or
Christmassy as well, you know. One more?
Yeah. You can either load the plate or do another plate. What do you want to do? This one might take some more. You can smooth it out. Shall we do one more plate or?
Yeah. Always got loads.
Well, you'll have loads. You can make it thicker. Once you've got the base, you can keep filling it up.
Can you layer it like a lasagna with the fruits on top? Like, do you know what I mean? Like you put cranberries in the middle, or would you just put it on top?
I think it's just, you just put one layer. I think it's enough because it's quite fruity. Maybe if you don't put enough fruits at the bottom, then you might do differently. This can take some more. How are we doing?
Good.
Want another plate?
A couple more ladles left. And then,
okay, just top them all up equally. This one needs one. I mean, if you have snowball, that would be great to use in it as well.
Okay, I think we're almost done.
That one. Right. Now everybody can have a go of decorating it as they please.
Silva, could you say what snowbar is, please?
The pine nuts.
Pine nuts, okay.
Yes, you can either decorate it or you can drop them inside it as well. That would have been something else you can add on.
Thanks.
Just, you don't need to too much, just a handful would be nice, either for decoration or inside it. Okay. It's ready to be decorated. Right. Nushi, do you want to do one? Johnny, do you want to do one? Or?
Silva, yesterday when we posted about the event on Twitter, someone suggested to decorate Anushabur with nuts, almonds, making the next year.
Yes, yes.
Anushka, did you see the picture? I think
We can try to put 2021 on one of them.
2021. He went one step further. He suggested to use Armenian letters to say which year it is. I'll share the picture in the chat for everyone
We'll
to
do
see.
2021 and somebody else can do something else. Right.
Yeah.
So you can use all these. I've also got some sunflower seeds and what's the other one? So
Sunflower and I don't know what.
Pumpkin seeds and sunflower to decorate as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the almonds and the pomegranates. So I'll go around. And then pomegranates will be nice.
See if you can see that. I can't hear anything. Did it cut out?
Can anybody hear us, or is it cut out? It's cut out?
No, we can hear you.
Okay, fine.
We can hear you.
All right,
we can
fine.
see you.
Okay,
And
good.
we're all admiring.
Okay, good.
Let's see.
We'll do one with walnuts, one with these. We've got the walnuts are here.
Are you writing something?
Mm-hmm.
These are the walnuts.
2021.
Okay.
Might do some pomegranates.
Okay. Do a selection of pomegranates.
It's already kind of going a bit jelly.
Yeah, it will all blend together.
Nice, Johnny.
It smells so good.
I know it does, doesn't
Well,
it?
you have to wait till tomorrow to have it. Oops. Concentration.
Orange.
Oops. Is he cooking or just looking?
No, I don't know.
Yeah. Pop it all up with the pomegranates there.
I've done mine.
Okay, let's have a look.
Who is it who wanted to show theirs?
Here it is.
Oh,
Wow.
Wow, that looks good.
Certainly smells nice.
It's a shame we can't transport the smell
Yeah.
to people who are just watching.
Yeah, very nice.
That looks great, Yervant.
I've got two.
Nick is going to put a feedback form in the chat line. So if you could please fill it out, that would be really helpful to us. And we have the
Use almond
Lottery Heritage Fund that's supporting us, and they like to see what our feedback forms say. So if you could please copy paste, fill that out, that would be great. Thank you.
That's good. Okay.
For those of you who want to write the date in Armenian, Tato has put it in the chat line. Check it out. And
How do you write?
Navart asks,
Yeah.
Navart asks if we can decorate while it's still hot. Yes, I think you can. Silva, is that true?
Sorry, I missed that.
Can you decorate while it's still hot?
Oh, yes.
That's what you're doing
you have
right
to
now.
decorate it while it's hot,
That's
definitely.
Put that on camera.
Yeah.
It doesn't affect it,
No,
it's
don't
just...
hold it up. Just use that one.
Okay.
Johnny made it 2021. Not sure if you can see it.
That looks great. Yeah, we can see it.
It's moving. It's
Yeah, you
moving.
need to make sure.
That's why I said don't.
Yeah,
Don't
take
skip it.
pictures, everyone. Send us your pictures. We'd
Okay.
we'd
This
love
one.
to see it and share on our Facebook page.
Okay. This one I'll do with walnuts, and you can do dates if you like. Balance it back up again.
There we go. Wow.
Wow, that looks amazing.
2021.
That looks really good.
That was beautiful.
There's walnuts around it if you like.
Yeah.
The walnuts are here. These are
Good.
almonds.
Nice, yeah.
And then I'll do this one. Oops. I'll do this one with dates and walnuts.
Can anybody else show us what they're working on? If you put your hand up, Data will zero in on you. And by the way, the feedback form is in the chat line now.
It's really lovely to have this in the mornings. Very, very nice. Well, we can have it tomorrow night, and then it will be lovely.
Nick, show us yours.
Get it on random.
It tastes better when it's rested tomorrow.
Yeah.
Tato, can you see mine?
No, we see just the edge. Hasbi, can you just?
No, you don't want dark brown. No, not dark. The little one needs to be decorated, Johnny, if you want to do it.
Okay, this one.
Oh wow, Hasmi.
Wow, well done.
Beautiful.
It's two.
Oh, that looks great, Hasmi.
I know, it looks so good.
Yum. I'm getting hungry.
Last one. But I will put the date somehow.
You're not required to put the date. It's a possibility.
But
A special prize who can make the Armenian Institute's logo on top of their Anushabur.
It's getting more ambitious by the minute.
Yeah, why not? Yours looks super professional.
I think the bake-off needs to move to one side now. We'll take over.
Literally, great Armenian bake-off.
Yep.
Meds baked. Baby, if you want, make it in one.
No, you could do.
Do a small bit, like down.
Do that.
Oops.
The pomegranates add a really nice touch.
Oh,
don't
I
they?
know.
They do.
Just brings out the color.
Yeah, really nice.
Right.
It's too big. It's too big.
There's some of the nuts.
Yeah.
I'm going to mix the sunflower seeds and pomegranates together.
Yeah.
This one.
Maybe do it like.
Yeah.
Silva can feed the whole street with it.
She normally does.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not so sure English palates will enjoy it, so I am always careful with English people. They can be polite, but you'd never know if they like it or not. Okay, that's one with dates.
That looks amazing too.
Okay, that's it. All the little ones done. This one needs some more decoration. Maybe walnuts around it, the 2021.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
This needs to be. Yeah, maybe you can. That looks great.
It makes a good present.
Yeah, that's. I'm going to give that to Shelley tomorrow.
And we need more decoration.
Okay. What can we do to this one? Okay. Actually, you can do, instead of this, the one you can do with the almonds. It might show better.
These
21.
the dark ones.
Yeah, in fact, around there, go with the almonds.
Okay.
Use the almonds. I'll chop, rather chopped onion. Did we use them all?
Almonds, the chopped ones, yeah, we use them.
Oh, I'll do some more. Just for the number.
Stephen, how's yours looking? You're usually the master of good decorations.
Should I put it like?
Yeah, just go around, make a circle on top of it.
I'm not much at decorating, but
I want to see Stephen's. I bet you it's good.
It was sharp.
No, it looks good, Stephen.
Yeah.
Wow.
It looks really good.
just a little individual one.
Oh, it's perfect. That's good.
I couldn't find any pomegranate earlier. I was looking for it at the supermarket, but we don't have any.
That's
it.
That's good.
Come back to
Push it
London.
down. Push it down.
This is what happens too when you try to escape Tier 4.
No, I'm done with it.
Yeah, great. Take a picture.
I think that's
Too long?
I could add.
If you press them in, it will make it more of a circle. Press it in. So it just becomes part of it. Maybe you can put a couple of whole ones in the middle of the little one. Almonds. You push it in, but push it in. It shouldn't stay proud. Push it in. And sideways, lie down.
I kind of like that.
Oh, okay.
Cute.
Okay. All right, in that case, you need one more.
Yeah, we
there.
need 4.
Makes it like a petrol. Okay. We have done ours. Do you think we can do some around here? Yes?
Yeah, I think
Or maybe walnuts. Walnut would
Yeah, we
be
need
probably.
the walnuts.
Maybe just walnuts. You want to do a circle of walnut?
Fantastic. How many bowls have you got there, Anushka?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
3 big ones and a tiny little baby
Well, no,
one.
4
Amazing.
4 big ones and a
4
little.
big ones and a tiny little one.
There is a poem by a Bolsetsi poet, Zahrat, about Anushabur. And he says, I wish life was an Anushabur so we could eat and eat and it wouldn't finish. Gyanka Anushaburlar, yev chesparveru dengue vuteng.
Okay. Johnny, is this okay? I put some walnuts around there.
Yeah, I think so.
Kichi. Sacred.
Yeah.
Did we go around and see everybody's Anushabur? Are there anybody else we saw? Stephen, Hasmi Gagant? Anybody else?
Johnny, you put them around.
Karen, are you?
Karen is doing something.
Yes.
Lola, how are you
Put them
doing?
around, Johnny.
He's just taking a picture.
Thomas?
Oh, this is.
More close to the.
Put a lot of stuff on there.
Oh, here's somebody showing us. Karen.
We're done.
No.
We done?
Ooh,
See,
There we go.
Okay.
very
These
nice.
are all of them.
loading it above.
Oh, wow.
Very nice.
That's great. Lots of things going on there. That's
We
terrific.
didn't see your cat today, Karen. The
What's
cat
that?
usually is a fixture of your.
Yeah, he was here. I'm gonna- Oh, not happy.
Listen,
Yeah,
I
bring-
remember cat.
Happy New Year.
Ah,
Don't let him jump into the Anushabur.
yeah.
He's gonna scratch me as soon as I put him down.
Ah.
Oh,
Well, that cat has been to many AI events.
you're
I have
my
to say.
neighbor. My
Yeah,
neighbor
this is
here.
his third one.
Yeah.
Okay. Bye.
You are the
Yeah,
neighbor. aren't
fortunately-
you?
I was gonna say our pomegranate isn't. I mean, we're in London, and it wasn't a very nice pomegranate. They're not very
Yeah.
bright.
That's pretty
But-
bad.
Yeah.
Go to an Arab store or something, Turkish store.
You
Mhm.
never know how they'll come.
Yeah. It's one of life's mysteries.
Yeah.
Karen, you my neighbor, aren't you?
I think so. Yeah, you were up by Muswell
Yeah,
Hill.
yeah. We still haven't met up.
No, everything keeps changing every week. So we were there over the weekend, actually. When on Monday?
Yeah.
Sunday, yeah. But yeah, maybe when Tier 4 is lifted, we can go get a coffee.
Yeah, well, it's my walk every morning. There's nowhere else to go.
Yeah, I think we know every single like piece of stone in the sidewalk in our neighborhood. We've just been walking around and around in circles.
Yeah. We're very lucky to have all the parks near us too.
Yeah.
Definitely. You've got Highgate Wood and Queen's Wood there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like the Highgate Woods.
Yeah. When did we go? On Monday to Queenswood? It was packed. There were so many people. Everyone's out and about.
All the parks are packed.
Yeah. Park line is really bad.
Is there anybody else? Yeah. Is there anybody else who would like to show their Anushabur? We have a lot of people that aren't even showing their faces today. Let's see. Navat, you're doing a chocolate chip one, right? Could you show yours?
If you've done it before.
And Gagik, I'm sure you're doing something there.
Oh, Navat says tomorrow.
Oh.
Well, Navat sent us the pictures, and Elmas says, Elmas, there was Zahrat, the poet I mentioned. Elmas wanted to know the name of the poet. I can find that poem and send it to you.
We seem to be coming towards the end here.
Yeah.
Does anybody have any questions? You want to put your hand up or put the your question into the chat line at this point? We have some thank yous coming in, Silva, for you.
Okay.
Thank you. It was
Well,
great.
they should thank me when they taste it and it works. When it works.
I have a very quick question if I can ask it. Do we then saran wrap and put it in the fridge, yeah? To chill it?
Yeah.
Or
You can chill it, yes. I mean, your room temperature would be fine too.
okay.
But yeah, just put cling film on it and then put it in the fridge. But wait for it to cool first. Let it cool in room temperature and then put it in the fridge.
Oh yeah, God. Thank you.
Tatevik, could you please read the poem again about Anushabur? Oh, can you hear?
Yeah, give me a minute and I'll find it.
Sorry.
I just quoted a few lines from top of my head. You know what? Azahra book is next to me always.
Oh.
I will find it. I love him. Unless someone else knows that one by heart.
Finish it. One can take one.
Silva, thank you very much. That was great.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Enjoy eating it now. Thank you.
I was
Brilliant.
going to do it anyway, so I was going to do it on my own. At least I had my elf to help me now. So
Yeah, it was great. Thank you very much.
you're more than welcome. Enjoy it.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
And don't forget to send your pictures in. We want to.
It's done well. It doesn't cut out so far.
No. Oh, did you guys?
Yeah,
hear
I'm
me?
back.
I cut out. Yeah, it cut out for us as well.
Internet connection unstable.
Oh, so it happened to other people as well. Okay.
While Dato's looking, we have a note from Gagik, who says his broadband is unstable today. So he's switched off the video, but he's going to try to do this tomorrow. And he says, thank you, Silva. Cannot thank you enough for showing me how to do Anushabur, which I've loved ever since discovering it in my teens when I found myself in a West Armenian milieu. Thank you. Because Gagik is from Iran originally.
Yes.
But
It looks beautiful, Silva. Yours looks really amazing.
Well, I had 3 people to help, so
She's a pro, though. She did the nice ones.
Okay, here's the poem.
Right.
Let's finish with a poem from Zahrat, which is called Anushabur. It says, Gaghant Baba mekar, neverner perer, dar չհատներ, շարմը բարձրանար, թիզ, օրեոր, երկինք չհասներ, ինչ որ կյանք կսենք, Անուշաբուր մլար, ուտեինք, գեր, չհատներ. Very fitting for Silva's Anushabur, which seems whole street can eat it, եւ չհատներ.
Yeah. So I normally count up because we're not going to people's houses. I normally do lots of little dishes to give away. But this time I'll just give it to the family and yeah, that's it.
Dato, you want to translate the last couple lines for people who don't speak Armenian?
Yes, actually good idea. Sorry, everyone who doesn't speak Armenian.
There's quite a few.
It's just a nice metaphor about wishing to have a Santa who would come and give endless presents and have a endless bowl of Anushabur, like a sweet life which you can eat and eat and it would never end. Very fitting ending for our last event of the year.
Yes.
Oh dear, this year.
Goodbye 2020. Woohoo.
All right.
Yeah.
It'll get better.
Thank you, Silva. Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Enjoy eating it tomorrow.
Thank you, everybody, for coming.
And let me know how it tastes for you.